We're live. Let's settle in there. Okay, good morning. It is Sunday for Sunday Sword. Um, give it a little bit time for more people to drop in if they want to. Um, Hopefully, my volume's good. Alrighty. Let's see. Last week we was focusing on the water element within the sword, and hopefully had time to practice and get the feel the difference with your sword technique and your form. So there we go. So now, as you guys played and practice, the flowing element, yeah. And again, it wasn't about quickness or just going fast to look cool, yeah. It's just even when we're moving slow, we're still practicing, but it's the being aware of where the sword is flowing, yeah. So it doesn't matter what I learn later on. It's like it's just coming in and flowing and slicing. Okay. So now let's add a little bit more to add the warrior mindset to it. Yeah. And the structure of I guess you can say the earth or the breathing techniques. Okay. So if I'm bringing it in and I'm also trying to center myself. Yeah. And I'm putting the intention into the sword. So a lot of the sword, it's either you're gonna go down the blade on the side, see, because you're cutting or chopping, slicing, yeah, and then you got the tip with the energy usually going in a forward motion, yeah. So if I was breathing and I'm taking my time, I can focus the breath in there. It's not locked into it, but because when things move fast, you kind of just inhale and just let go, yeah. So you're always trying to if you can keep natural breathing in and exhaling out. Okay. Hey, welcome back. um, Hopefully later on you can, don't be shy, so I can at least say hi to you guys. Hi, everyone. Ready? Okay. So again with the intention. So now we're starting to get the flow. I want to add more. Okay. Let's see if the chat. Okay. Let me just send the link out just to make sure people know that it's there. Sunday Sword share. I just figure, I don't want to bother everybody every single time with the chat. Yeah. Always on, um, less, always on. Classes, always on. Okay. And remember, it's live for more to have that schedule there, and then if you do have a questions or my students that's been in my class too, yeah, you can always ask something. Um, that's the whole point of the live. But if you can't make that time, you can always find the videos within the playlist. Um, Usually, right after the video is done, it's like processing through the YouTube, and then they put it on whenever it's done processing, so you can see it. But if you look through the playlist, so Sunday Sword, you look through the playlist, you can find it after the stream is done. Yeah. So just later on, it might take 24 hours or whatever. Who knows? It's fluctuates, I guess. Okay, back to the sword. Okay, so say again, if we're focusing on the chart, our mindset is there. So I'm going like this. Okay, but I'm not like just okay. If I'm focusing there and I feel like the blade is cutting, then it goes through, yeah. So I'm visualizing or seeing the blade. Okay, is that you, Amy? uh, so again, if you ever, classes are always ongoing unless um, uh, it's always ongoing unless I say something comes up. But most likely everything's been on time, and I try to start pretty much on time. I'm not gonna wait too long after the stream starts. I've seen those videos. It's like half an hour away and then starts. Like, nah, I just kind of within the minute or so, I'm just gonna start into the form, because if you rewatch it, then it just jumps right into it. Yeah, yeah. Plus, my energy is gonna be like perfect. It's right there. Yeah, you don't wanna drag too long, or even with the classes, I'm gonna stay within the half an hour to, and as we really flowing, and it might go a little bit longer. But sometimes some techniques you need more time to uh, soak it in and adjust and play with the technique. Yeah, if I drop like 10 techniques, that's might be it's just too much. Yeah, one, two can be just enough, depending on the context or the how familiar you are with the technique or with the form. Okay, if you've been practicing the regular techniques or just the basics, then the form is getting easier and easier, because if I go to a next technique, if I just say cover, those who did the basics and they understand, then you understand I'm saying cover. Okay, even though if it looks different, I might say cover and then thrust, okay, slide thrust. Okay, I might say use the circle, and then you've been doing that, so you understand the movement or the yin yang. Okay, if we miss the heaven and earth technique, yeah, then you might get lost if I say heaven and earth. It's like, what you talking about? So that's the bottom of the blade or the top of the blade on how you hold it. Okay, so those little things can make a big difference, because if I say draw back, or if I say earth blade up and draw, then you can have that feel or the technique, because the wrist changes the way the blade is. Yeah, See how the flatness, yeah, and then the turning or vertical or horizontal. Okay, so that can uh, really change the outcome of the technique. Yeah. Okay. I might just say slice. Okay. You can slice with the palm up with the earth and heaven blade. Okay. Or you can go to the earth, heaven. Okay. Or you can stay earth. Okay. So again, if you need the heaven and earth, okay, you gotta you can look at that video just by itself too. Alrighty. So we've been focusing. We did our flowing last week. Now we're trying to get the intention more with the blade itself. Okay. So if I come down and I thrust, I'm thinking of the front part thrust. And again, you can practice with a stick, or if you don't have a sword with you, you just go with the hand. Boom. Now, okay. Um, just to so Sunday sword is gonna be Sunday sword. And we'll show different types of swords too, yeah. But getting familiar to this is our most main sword we use, the Tai Chi sword. All right, so let's keep working with our same form, our short form, because it's perfect for indoors, yeah. So when we centered in, yeah, and last week we was talking about the water. So we're going slow. Okay. Now keeping the intention on where we're focusing on the blade. So if I'm drawing and then the first part I'm chopping, so I want to keep this instead of cutting through. Okay, we're practicing slow so you can do more with the focusing energy there, so it can come more comfortable to it. Okay, we're not gonna be doing this like if something is happening. Like, focus. So you do this naturally, then it comes more regular. Yeah. Okay. Mm. And Amy, you still have the fan. It's just you go through the playlist. Yeah, you can find the Tai Chi fan. Yeah. All right. So the intention's on the bottom. Okay. Now I want to think of the top because we're gonna lift. Yeah, heaven up. Shoom. Okay. So even though I'm lifting, I'm lifting. I feel the lightness. Okay. Lift up. Yeah. Okay. We're not just going like this. Yeah. We want to feel. We come down. We sink the energy. It comes heavy. We lift. It comes light. Okay. We sink. Comes down. So where does the intention go? Depending on the focus go depending on the intention. If I'm focusing on the wrist, I'm hitting down, boom, comes here. If I'm redirecting something coming towards me, I want to come out, then the intention comes here. It still follows through, but the intention's here because it's like a boom, boom. So how should I say this? It's like if I'm punching for, okay, I'm not, or say like I'm thinking about the elbow. Okay, so my body's still moving, but my attention's at the elbow, so that's the end result. Okay, but if it's farther, my body's still moving, but my intention is to go out, so it's not gonna stop at the elbow anymore. It's gonna reach out with the fist or the palm, the chop. Okay, so that's the same thing with this. If I'm rolling out and I need to sink, then my intention's here, boom, boom. Okay, I showed it more in power so you can see the intention there, the focus. Boom. Okay, but if I keep rolling out and it turns into the chop, so this is still here, but not letting the energy going through to the chop. There it is. Boom. Okay, so same technique, it's just at the end result where the intention is. If I need to sink or hit here, boom. If I need to come out with the chop, I still go this, but now it goes out. Okay. So that's the huge difference. When I'm coming up and I'm drawing, okay, the technique can instantly change because something move in a different way and I need to stop fast. I might go bah, but then it's not, and then he's still more farther, then I can go boom. Or maybe he sees me moving forward and he's moving out a little bit more, so I need to reach. So now my body's gonna follow out and reach out. Okay, so that's the huge difference in the intention and where the focus is. Okay, I guess the intention would be more like the end result. Okay, focus is on the moment coming. So we're doing this, and then we lift soft, we sink, okay? And then we go forward. So you reach, boom. Okay, see that? Boom. And then if it does feel like you need to go farther, then your intention extends or reaches out. Yeah. Yeah. So hopefully that's really getting more clarified there. Um, okay. I feel like every time when I'm doing more classes, more for myself, because I get to learn way more because of I have to break down everything in different ways too. Yeah. Sink, we go for. Okay. Um, we're gonna turn and then we slice. Okay. So from here, I want to right, but my heaven blades out this way. So I want to go earth. So I'm gonna wrap, and then I cut with the earth blade on the bottom. Yeah. And then I come back, earth. And then we're gonna sway. Okay. So notice my hands up. So we're doing the earth and heaven blade, but our palm is upwards. Yeah. So say like you guys follow me in the other first form. Yeah. It's the same, but it's just this is the 10 step. The other one's 12. I don't want to go too far too, but some forms can might focus on the upper. So I'll say I do this, and the other form might be going down because it goes all the way down. Okay, so the real difference is in the wrist. Okay, so be aware of um, if any other forms I share or things might look the same, but the difference is the wrist might change. Yeah. So again, back to the intention and focus, so softness. Yeah. And we're triangulating. Remember the triangulating? Shoo, shoo, shoo. You're not going sha 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 sha. We're just triangulating. Okay. Then lift. Shoo. So this, depending on the intention, the cut or the block. Boom. Okay. So it can be up here too for the blocking or the lift. Other side. Boom. Okay. So it can be here for the. I'm gonna really have to get a partner or something to really show you so you can hopefully the visual can come out faster or stronger for you. Okay. Now we move into a rolling. So watch the wrist. So what is the rolling? The rolling is the intention with the flow. So it's not like I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna cut, shoom, but I'm gonna constantly flow. So I'm going one, two, three. So the rolling is not gonna be forever, but it's like you're doing this cut. But you need to move real fast to the other side. Shoom, 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 shoom. So it can kind of roll like this, yeah. So the last part here, the draw back and cut. And then when it goes out, it's like a screwdriver, it's screwing out. Turning, 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 boom. See the wrist? Extends. Okay. So the intention can be like the blade is flat, yeah. So it can play when the blade comes like this. It's like you're slapping like bah, bah, bah. Okay. So if my hand is like this, I'm doing this here. Bah, boom. Okay. Bah. And when it does that, bah, and the blade is gonna shoom, boom, boom. So the dragon, or you can say the snake, the thing is like a serpent. It's turning and redirecting the energy when it's going forward. Okay. So this can be like like bah. Okay. Bah. But now we're doing that at the same time when it goes forward. So it's a very okay. We're not just going ah. Yeah. It's like you're riding off the momentum, or you're redirecting the energy, and then you're sliding up and you're gonna follow through. Boom. Okay. So real subtle. It's all there, yeah. Boom. Okay. So energy is like zoom, zoom, zoom. Okay. And then the last part, the drawback. Okay. Even the drawback might just see this. But that little zoom, that little slice there. Okay. You grab. Okay. So the beginning first part of the set, you're just mostly in the horse stance because we're focusing on the technique, and we're trying to keep the upper body focused so we don't move around too soon. So that's why it's in that position. And when we go to the side, we do the same thing. We're at 12, but now we're adding the sit back and the forward again. So if I'm doing this, if I need to reach out, like how I say that, reaching out, reaching out. Okay. You can also, if I need to move back a little bit, so something's coming at me, I don't, it's coming back, but I'm gonna cut, shoom. So I'm trying to stop where I try to redirect. Again, this is just focusing on the technique. Okay. The technique, we're getting the stuff, I say the foundation of the main uh, technique within the foundation, and how should I say, the stance. Okay. So if something's coming at me, it can adjust and move, but we understand that I need to move out of the way of the momentum coming at me, but it still can go. You still can do the technique, yeah. Okay. But if we do it in a simple way first, okay, lift. Now I can make sure I'm doing it more correctly first, and I can get familiar to the technique, sinking and thrusting, cut, slice, sway. Okay, so we're not gonna go all the way down. Just focusing on the cutting with this one. lift, lift, okay, roll, 1, 2, 3. So the big difference is now I'm trying to move forward and back, yeah. Draw back, and then you're gonna coil out and extend. Boom. Draw back. Okay. Now the right side. Every time you're practicing with my set, you're gonna notice do it forward. Okay. Go slow, and then we go our left side, and then we're going slow, and we're going back and forth. The right side is always the ending set of it. It's gonna copy again, but we're gonna go through a flowing. Again, when I flow, we're not gonna go fast. Okay, just going and rocking through it. Yeah. So from here, we're going right into it. Okay. So we're not gonna go boom and then go back again. We're here, we're gonna go straight into it. So this, I set myself right there. Once I'm turning, it's gonna go right into it. Ah, okay. So focus the chop. Boom. Lift. Sink. Sink energy. Boom. Okay. Thrust. Boom. Okay. So sink, thrust, cut, sway, lift, lift, roll. 1, 2, 3. Coil out. Okay. Bring it in. Shoom. So I see me sit back. Shoom. Bring it forward. Okay. Alrighty. If we can really see the difference, yeah. Once you feel the the intention, the focus point, yeah, you really deliver a big difference, yeah. Like that goes there, yeah. And hot tea. Ah, today's flavor is chai, spicy chai. Put that. Oh, that's nice. Ah, refreshing. Okay. So what makes the difference when it's like it's doing yesterday, last week, the water element. We're just constantly moving and we don't add the break. When we're doing our focus and we're trying to get the cues, the intention, the end result. So if something's happening, I need to slice, chop. I'm thinking of the boom. Okay. If I'm going here and I need something close, I'm gonna again. Let's go back to this. Boom or boom. So chop, sink, sink. Yeah. So I can be focused here. So from here, and I'm select this blade is case there. This part, and this is gonna go straight down. Yeah. But if it comes down and I sink, I'm trapping it in a way. So my intention is down. Okay? If I go chop, I push this down and it's just still going forward. But if I bring it down and I sink, okay, comes like this, yeah. Okay. Now if I'm like here, or maybe here, right? And my intention is to go forward, so pushing forward, okay. And then the intention might be the chop. So I might be something's coming at me. I'm redirecting, or I'm not even touching it, and I'm thinking of disarming. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. Boom. So I'm not here. I'm here now. Okay, so that's the whole difference. Okay, so when we're going slow, we can find where our momentum or the balance, the weight, our stance of what we're doing. Yeah, if I'm flowing this way, I can easily feel the energy better. So my intention or the weight is here. So even if I was going to do this technique of the chop, something might happen quick that I don't even need that. I can just go boom, okay, and hit and then move out. So when we're going slow, you can feel this part. So like even if I'm going to the chop, the energy is moving forward first. So if I can go like this, I can lead it out. If I go slow, I can feel it, yeah. If I go too quick, I might maybe just be there. So again, it's the energy, the shoulder, or as I said, your mind sets it and sparks out, and then I'm moving here. And again, I'm just using the example like shoulder, elbow, wrist, fist, fingers. Okay. So it's the same thing, even though the sword is just looks like one thing, you're still it still comes out your mind, then it goes to the muscles, and then your wrist plays a big part in this. Because I can just do this, right? The wrist makes it long. Okay. If I hold on and then just go out, chop. But the wrist extends it. Okay. So it's like the energy going out to here, boom. And then the wrist is gonna be the last part where the energy is gonna go out towards the sword, yeah. Okay. So the wrist plays that big part again, yeah. Just before the energy goes out. Okay. So just keep the intention. What are you doing? What is the focus? That's the whole point of taking our time and going slow. So I can really find it. Yeah. Not slow, crazy, like and then your mind's all over the place. Find that right speed, and then that can make a huge, huge difference. Okay. So practice what you can. The more you practice, the more easier it gets, the more familiar it gets. So practice doesn't have to be a bad way, like, oh, I gotta practice. Add that fun. You gotta be playful and relaxed, not going crazy, but just like if you're holding a sword, I like the sword, or you're watching something, and then you just it's in the hand as you watching your favorite show or something. Yeah. Okay. Just make sure nobody's around you though. So what happens is I get familiar to the sword, gets comfortable in my hand. It's gonna come real natural, so it's like an extension, yeah. So it doesn't matter after, yeah. Once I do that, then I'm not thinking about it, so it comes, yeah, natural, yeah. But you do one technique, everything else can follow. So if I did you guys do the one, right? You guys know one, two, and then this is future sneak peek. If I have two, I still do the technique one, one, yeah, two, two, yeah. So practice the techniques, practice what you can, and putting the intention there it changes everything. Yeah, you can go very far. Um, I was watching something by the my mom. Basically, the dad was teaching the son how to carve something. Yeah. So the knowledge is passed down. If they stay the same, or say like she passes the dad passes to the son, passes down when he's 20, and then maybe that son has his son or daughter, and he passes the technique, and she learns it at 5. They get more familiar, more experience as they grow, and maybe they learn something, they add to the experience, and then they pass it on. So the more they can break it down and share it with their experience, the again, it's not quicker, it's just they can share with you to try to eliminate maybe a lot of bad habits or something that's um, again not quicker, but just a nice foundation so you can move a lot faster. Yeah. So in here, the intention can really make a difference. So it doesn't matter what you're practicing, any form, any style, or even using this for regular house chores or something that you do. Um, that's how I use the Tai Chi itself. I use it for not just Kung Fu. Yeah. You notice if you're in the kitchen or something, your hands will move different. Yeah. Maybe you make the clean the rice, you know, grab the tea, you might drink different. But you'll notice your hand will grab stuff different. You move different. Reactions should get a lot quicker. Something falling off the table, you might just grab it faster. Okay. So it expands more than just uh, the sword itself. Gets in apply into your muscle memory. So you start to react and move different and in this nice fast way or quickness. And okay. All right. Thank you so much, Center. Uh, uh, perfect. Good. Okay. My heart to you guys. Take all the good energy. Yes. Still enjoy your weekend. Yes, all be safe. Yes, all take care. And I see you guys all later. Okay. Um, class is still ongoing. So Tuesday we'll do more Tai Chi. Thursday we're gonna focus on the light warriors. So we got our lightsabers. Friday morning still Tai Chi fan. Okay. And Sunday we're still doing our Sunday sword. Okay. So always keep that in mind, and usually I'll have the live feed on top, so it might be scheduled in there. So as a reminder. Okay. All right, everybody. Yes, I'll take care. Thank you so much. Okay. Yeah. All right. See you guys.